study spaces and stuff, because
Mm-hmm.
like at home, like my parents are like working and my sister's doing her own work, and everyone just like, it's kind of more chaotic and it's like
Mm.
harder to get stuff done.
Mm.
So that's another thing like that I miss about campus.
Yeah.
But also it's good to be back home, but I think this is like too long. So I'm just hoping to like fall back on campus.
Same here.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. What does it mean that it's like more chaotic?
Uh, by chaotic, I mean like maybe chaotic's not the right word, but it's just like even when I was back at home, like I would go to school, my sister would go to school, my dad would go to work, my mom like works part time, so like
Mm.
sometimes she'd be at home, sometimes she'd be at work.
Mm.
So like even when I was at home, like I wasn't used to like the whole family being in like the
Yeah.
same like confined space 24/7. And
Totally.
my dad's making his business calls, and my sister's like watching her lectures and like asking questions and
Oh,
stuff. So there's
okay.
just like so much noise.
Yes.
And even when I try studying in my room, I think it's like hard to like kind of study in this like one small box and like kind of live your life there. So
Totally.
I usually still like prefer like sitting in the hall, but then it's like like the whole family's there,
Everyone's
and it's just
there.
like, yeah, like it's not a bad kind of chaotic, it's just something like I've never been, most of us have like never been used to like everyone being at home.
Yeah. Totally. I mean, I think
So
you make a good point of like there are lectures and business calls and your mom and you and you're all like trying to do things at the same time and like all the
yeah.
noise is happening in the same space.
Mhm. Yeah. Which like we didn't have that problem back on campus because you had like designated study
Right.
spaces and like your dorm room with like one person living with you.
Totally.
So especially once you get used to that, it's kind of hard going like
To switch
into this
backwards.
very chaotic
Yes, totally.
setting back at home.
How have the online classes been? That whole experience?
I think they've been pretty fine. For me, like I only attend like one class live because like
Mm.
a bunch of them are at like 3 a.m. and like
Yeah.
yeah, so it's like I don't know, I just can't be bothered.
Yeah, that's
But
fair.
yeah, I think sometimes I like kind of struggle to like keep myself organized and like stay on track and stuff.
Mm.
Simply because like if I'm not attending classes in person, I'm like, oh, I'll just like watch this tomorrow. And like I think I even know like they cut down the number of like midterms and stuff. So like
Yeah.
there's no like immediate need to like learn the
Mm.
content and stuff. And so it's kind of like for some like especially the first few weeks I like kind of slacked off and like I fell behind and like I don't know, if you don't have like that sort of like urgency and like classroom
Mm-hmm.
atmosphere, it's hard to like stay focused and like enjoy the class as much. Like
Totally.
without the like, I don't know, like chatting with friends and like the professor just like making jokes, cracking jokes or
Right.
whatever. But I think it's like for it being on like I think the university's like dealt with it pretty well and like the teachers
Mm.
have been